Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to absolutely dominate and completely stomp out lobbies with probably my favorite character in Star Wars Battlefront 2 right now, and as you guys can tell, it's going to be Darth Maul. So basically what this guy is going to do is show you a complete setup of how to run him in both Heroes vs. Villains and Galactic Assault alike, and I'll show you the card setup that I have and just the best tips and tricks that I can give you. Now, if you guys end up enjoying the video, a like rating would be very, very much appreciated. That'd be awesome. Subscribe if you are new to the channel for more hero guides, more Star Wars Battlefront 2 updates, live streams, all that good stuff. You guys know what it is. I'd appreciate it a ton, and without further ado, let's get started. Starting at the beginning, Darth Maul has three basic abilities. As we all know, heroes have three different moves that you can do, and Darth Maul's, his L1 is going to be his saber throw, and then his special, or his L1 and R1 combined, is going to be a force choke and hold, and then you throw people back, and then finally, you have a saber rush, which you can activate twice, that will launch you forward and then deal damage to enemies that happen to cross your path along the way. And of course, I think it goes without saying that he can regularly just swing his lightsaber as well, and if you know how to use these moves in combination, you can be the most devastating character in any Heroes vs. Villains match. But because Darth Maul probably has the most powerful offense of any hero in the game, you do sacrifice a little bit. You have no defensive moves. You cannot block blaster fire with your lightsaber, nor can you really block lightsaber strikes either. But the one thing you can do is evade, either using circle or using your L2. That's the only way that you can actually dodge or move out of stuff. So that being said, your movement with Darth Maul is literally the bread and butter of how you play this guy. Now, the way that I recommend you use Darth Maul is a non-stop offense. You cannot slow down at all for any reason, or else you're going to get picked off and you're going to get killed. You need to constantly be putting out damage as fast as you possibly can and locating new targets to go after, or else you're going to, if you slow down and lose momentum, Darth Maul is really easy to kill. What Darth Maul is really good at, though, is taking on multiple targets at once. And Heroes vs. Villains, if you know how to handle people and you're able to sort of master Darth Maul, you can take on 3-4 people out just by yourself. You might not be able to kill them all, but you can at least hold them off for a little bit for your teammates to catch up or whatever. And now I have a little bit of a kind of like a signature move that I recommend you guys try, and you can literally melt any sort of hero. You might have been seeing it in this gameplay a little bit. I use the move all the time as long as my abilities are charged. As soon as an enemy steps in range of your force choke, go ahead and use that on them first. Throw them into a wall so they're stunned and they cannot do anything. Jump in the air and throw your lightsaber at them, and that'll deal a ton of damage. And then finish off with a dash, and you should be up close by this point, and then you can take them out with a few strikes. And it's really, really easy to do. You can drop them about 3 seconds flat if you do it right. But I cannot stress enough how important it is that you hit that saber throw in the air. The one that when you toss it, use your L1, you need to land that shot. My strategy and card setup relies very heavily on hitting that saber throw. In fact, that's going to be one of the cards I recommend, Accelerated Throw. Basically, it ups the damage of that saber toss, and it can be very, very devastating, and you can drop targets super quickly. And then the other card I'm going to recommend you use is Fool Me Once. This just essentially makes all of Darth Maul's abilities recharge faster, which is going to be useful for any sort of game mode. Obviously, you're going to want your abilities as much as possible. And then the final one I'm going to recommend for Heroes vs. Villains is the Unrolled Grip. This extends the field of view or the field of reach that you're force choke and grab, so maybe you get multiple targets at once, or people from farther away, or at really awkward distances, you can catch people off guard. Now, as far as playing defensively goes, this is where you really have to use the evade, especially when you're taking on multiple assailants at once or saber users. You're gonna have to dodge quite a bit if you want to stay alive, but then you can keep jumping back in and dealing damage with your fast strikes and your force chokes and your saber throws. I think the saber throw is probably your best move in this. Now, you'd probably think that it'd be the force choke or something like that, but I think the saber throw is probably the most effective if you know how to use right and if you land those hits. Now, sometimes it's a little hard to do. You guys might want to practice it within arcade mode. That's what I did, just so you know you get the timing right, your aim is on point, you know how it all works, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. But other than that, in Heroes vs. Villains, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to be a super aggressive player with him, and as long as you have your abilities charged, be using them. Now, as far as Galactic Assault goes, I'm only going to recommend you one card change, and instead of having the Unrolled Grip, go ahead and put on maybe the ranged throw if you really want, but Unrolled Grip works fine as well. The card setup in Heroes vs. Villains doesn't really need to change for Galactic Assault too much, and I would say I don't really recommend Darth Maul for Galactic Assault because you put a huge target on your head. You're really easy to see with your double lightsabers and stuff, and plus you don't have very many defensive moves. There is one more card you can consider, and you basically take less blaster fire. That's a pretty good one for Galactic Assault, but then again, he's probably not my go-to for this game mode. He's definitely able to be used, and he can be really effective in the right situations, but I'm honestly going to say, if you're going to use him, just be passive-aggressive with it. That's the only way to go with Darth Maul. You can be balls deep in the enemy spawn and just drop in as many people as you can, but you may not last too long just because you really don't have any defense, and you need stealth, because because you're a huge target, like I said, with your lightsabers. So if you sprint as much as possible to have that saber away, just to make moves and maybe get a better ground or a better position, that's the way to go. You want to be sprinting a lot just so people don't see you, and you're really, really stealthy. And that's another big part that people don't really think about in Galactic Assault as well. So overall, I think Darth Maul is probably my favorite lightsaber hero in the game right now, just because I practice them a lot, and if you know how to use them, you can absolutely just stomp out any sort of lobby you're in. But you have to be smart with his decision making, and you gotta know what he's good at and what his weak suits are as well. But anyways, guys, I think that is going to be the video for today. I want to make a video because a lot of people were requesting this. They want to run Darth Maul as well, and I want to give you some tips on to how I can use him, because I seem to be pretty effective, and it's just a character that I've been really enjoying recently, and I want to share a little bit of that insight with you guys. But hope you enjoyed the video regardless. If you did, a like rating would be very much appreciated. Drop a thumbs up, that'd be sick. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, and other than that, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video or the next live stream. Peace out.